the rumors are true, if what you wanted was the book version or the Lynch version or even the miniseries version, that version of Alia, I can confirm she does not appear. But we do have Alia the character. And it does get a little tricky, and I am not here to spoil the whole film. I will try to minimize the spoilers, but there must be minor spoilers for discussing Alia's very strange role in part 2. And again, Dune is strange, Dune is weird, Dune is flexible, so I don't think it quite makes sense or quite works. It will create many problems and issues. So Alia, the character, is in part 2. But Alia, the book version, no. Alia, the Lynch version, no. Alia, the miniseries version, no. And you think to yourself, well, how does this work? And then we have, of course, the great Joy, the lovely, beautiful Joy, who is Alia. And you're like, how does this all make sense? Well, this is where we'll get to spoilers. So 3, 2, 1, again, I will minimize spoilers, but basically, yes. Joy is Alia. She only appears briefly. Essentially, with Dune, you can go back and forth in time. So what happens is we see a future version of Alia, and that is Joy. And Joy, quote, communicates to us. It's very brief. It is very brief. She's only in the film a very small amount of time. However, she is there. So we do have Alia played by an actress, but that is very brief. So what is occurring? Well, they basically, to put it mildly, radically changed what happened in the book, to put it mildly. So Alia is a presence. The character is in the story in part 2. However, not played in the way it's played with the Lynch version or the miniseries version or the book version. If that is how you think Alia should work or be in the story, basically follow Frank Herbert, Denis did not do that. However, the character is not completely gone. A version of the character is in part 2. Did that version work for me? Now, if you saw my review, I was fairly critical, but trying to be independent of my own feelings, which is hard because they're my feelings. Well, even if I didn't like what they did, it just raises a lot of question marks because the timeline has now been altered. And also, is this a one-time exception? Will Denis be stretching the rules out for other cases? So Alia is there in a way with Jessica, Paul, and Zendaya. And I'm sorry, Zendaya. She's not playing the character. That triad of characters, that's the main focus. However, Alia is there in a way. And it is vital to the plot. So the character does play a major role in the story, but not in the way you think. I guess the best answer to, if you are an Alia fan, will you feel disrespected? Probably. Even people who liked it. Like I saw James, who does a really good channel, and he really knows Dune. And he mostly praised the film. However, he admitted that losing Alia in that way, he didn't like that. So even if you do love this film, probably the Alia thing will be a hard pill. That said, I will briefly pause to praise Joy and Denis. Joy has been a fan cast for a very, very long time. As soon as this thing was even being mentioned to happen, people were screaming, we need to have Joy. You need to put the Joy in the Dune. Get Joy and the Dune together. And Denis hath heardeth the fan. He said, écoutez le fondant. Je suis Denis. J'aime les joies. And God bless him, he listened to the fans. So he is responding to the fans. I don't think he's trying to be disrespectful. However, if you're a hardcore Alia fan, you will be disappointed. I think Joy being Alia is definitely very great news. That's very promising. However, it is kind of like a big Easter egg to kind of soften the blow that the classic Alia is not here. Does that destroy the story? Well, if you're a book fan, yeah. If you don't have Alia in that classic way, certain things with the Baron are changed. Certain things with Jessica are changed. Certain things with the ending are changed. So this really alters a lot of things. That said, I actually like the ending a lot. I have a few problems, but the ending was actually pretty solid. However, yes, certain major events, major things that the book did, they've been altered. It is a mixed bag. I'd say the casting is a good sign that Denis will try to work with the books and the fans with Messiah. But you should know going in, classic Alia is not here. You have to be ready for the Denis version. I understand what they did. I understand why they did it. But yeah, even for people who love this thing, it's a tough pill. It's a very tough pill.